Morning, Mike and Arlene, our Philippine journey. Thanks so much for joining us. Actually, Arlene's sitting directly across from me, so you'll see her before it's done. So anyways, hey, look, the tourism numbers are in. And you know, it isn't pretty at all. Let's talk about that.
Why'd you have to go? I guess this world's too slow for you. I think there's beauty in the gray, the cold, but you just want the gold. And there's no way I can beat it, cause I got no chance when it comes to her. She got the glitter and the fame, and I just wasn't enough.
So, the Department of Tourism released its numbers January through October, which is kind of amazing that they got the October numbers out already. I imagine that they will be revised. But the tourism projection, the Philippines projected, all right, the Department of Tourism projected 7.7 million tourists into the Philippines in 2024. Currently, we're at 5.8. That's a far cry from 7.7. I don't think there's any way to make up even 1 million tourists over the next 2 months, much less 2 million tourists. It's not going to happen. Now, you may not actually, bloggers tend to paint these rosy pictures of things that are going on, but a lot of times it's rosy where they are. And they tend to live in areas that are concentrated, although there are a lot of people that live simple lives in other places. But for the most part, many of them live in highly concentrated urban and metropolitan areas. Those areas are not being hit as hard as some of the others. Like Boracay is not being hit as hard, but it has reached its limit. There's actually a daily stay limit in Boracay. There's only so many people allowed on the island, tourists, on a daily basis. Now keep in mind, the tourism numbers count tourist visas. All right, that's visa upon arrival for tourists, and that's regular tourist visas that are renewed. What happens, or what doesn't happen, is 13As aren't counted, SRRVs aren't counted, and OFWs aren't counted. And they shouldn't be, all right? That's not the number that the Department of Tourism was going at. Why is it that tourism is down? Tourism in Thailand is up. Tourism in Vietnam is up. I don't know about Cambodia, but I know that I looked those numbers up, and they're up as best as the data is available. Now, where we run into issues of people painting these rosy pictures, quite frankly, is that they don't portray an accurate picture of what's really going on. The Philippines has got to step up its game. It's got to bring more in, but it has limitations. NAIA, all right? The biggest airport, the busiest airport for international traffic, is packed. There's no more availability of flights to add. Now, Clark has more international flights coming in. Okay, Cebu has more. All right.
Iloilo does.
Iloilo has added. Mactan, Iloilo, a couple of others. Davao also has some international flights, Arlen is saying.
Not so big.
So the point, but there are limitations. There are actual limitations. You got to have airspace. You've got to have physical space to park these planes and load and unload. And then you've got to take the human factor in play. It's just a horror story right now. I do everything, and Arlene, we do everything we can to avoid NAIA. Anything, I will pay more to use Clark. I will sit through a layover to use Clark. Arlene will not. She doesn't like that, okay? But I'd be willing to do that. I mean, I don't care if I lay over in Cebu for 4 hours on my way to Butuan. I don't care. Not you. So the point is that even though they're adding, like Korean Air actually added another flight to Clark International this week, I was reading. So they have another flight. But there are limitations, and it's going to be a couple years before the new airport, where's that, Bulacan?
That's like the target is 2028.
2028 target, Arlen is saying?
2030.
Something like that, all right? But at the same time, you also have the limitations and the difficulty of getting around domestically. Now, Arlen just went around and filmed up here. We'll show you the railroad trusses that are going up, but we're still a year and a half away from that railroad operating, maybe 2, as far as I'm concerned. I just don't see it fast enough. What about you, Arlen? What do you think? When do you think the train is going to be coming?
Supposedly it's gonna start. When was it? Like some of it is gonna start in 2027.
2027? Some of it, you think? I think it's going to be a while. I really do think it's going to be a while. But that's just the way it goes. And that's just a small domestic piece. I mean, really, it's Metro Manila to northern Luzon. It's not the entire area. Mindanao is growing, even with some of the difficulty down there. Bisaya is growing, and Luzon is just exploding. But tourism has just ground itself to a static position. And that static position may be because of service, because of activities, because of 100 different things. The reality is the numbers are not what the Philippine Department of Tourism projected. And I got to tell you, I don't think the government is going to be all forgiving that they didn't hit that target. They were counting on that target. That target has has a lot to do with investing, with some of these resort areas, the whole 9 yards. But there are places that stay full, places with plenty of people.
Anyway, the train is gonna be partially open 2027, but it will be completed by 2031.
So Arlen said the train will be partially open 2027, fully operational 2031. 2031, I doubt I'll be alive. Okay? It's possible. Maybe I'll get lucky.
Yeah.
I don't know. But what do you think? How do you see tourists in your area? Comment below and let us know what you see going on. I want to see how much we see. I know that we didn't see squat for tourists last time we were in Butuan at the airport and in Mindanao, all right, at our home in Mindanao. You know, we just didn't see it. That's not to say they weren't there. We just didn't see them, okay? because we do know that there are expats. The other part of that is that the Department of Tourism is measuring arrivals and departures, entry and exits into the country on a tourist visa. It does not count expats that are doing the 3-year tourist gig, I guess is the best word for it. It doesn't count them. So, all of that in mind, do you think that the Philippines is going to rebound and be able to get to its target next year? Because I don't think anybody is going to say they're able to get to their target this year. Your thoughts, your comments, let us know. Furthermore, look, if you appreciate the effort we put into these, then do subscribe and hit that thumbs up, because we really appreciate you, viewers and subscribers. And we hope everybody has a great day. Oh, wait. Let me see here. Where's Arlene? Oh, she's behind the backlit there,
Behind the camera.
because, well, it's because of the bright light. You're a dark shadow. All right.
Very dark.
So, okay. All right, everyone. Thanks. Have a great day.